Welcome back to class. Today we have a short class using the short foam roller. So I've done a few videos with my longer roller, and I understand that some of you don't have one that long, so we're gonna make a few videos with the shorter one. And there's a lot of fun stuff we can do on this guy, and some of it will be classical, some of it will be classical-ish. Take what works for you, meet your body where it's at, and with that, let's just jump right in and get started. We're gonna begin with a little activation and a little foam rolling. We're gonna do a little cat-cow here to start. So I want you to come into your quadruped position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, so that you're in your long, flat back position. And start to think about drawing your front body towards your back body with each exhale. So breathing 360 into the ribs on your inhale, and then exhaling, hugging that front body up towards the back body. On your next inhale, let's drop down, find an arch of the back, a little upper back extension, big inhale here. Exhale, round your spine for your cat. And I want you to feel this like your pelvic tilt that we would do classically on the mat. Find that initiation from your center, not from pushing the shoulder blades apart. Let's take that again. Inhale, lengthen long through the sternum, long through your tailbone. And then exhale, pull the navel in and up, draw the pubic bone towards your face, and find your cat. Maybe this changes the range of motion. Totally fine. We want to find just a little bit of articulation and a little bit of activation in that center right out of the gate. Let's take 2 more here. And returning to that flat back position, we'll begin to do a little foam rolling. So foam rolling is a part of your stretching routine, but it's also a bit of a workout. So especially what we're gonna do next. So I've situated the roller right underneath my legs here. I'm going to walk myself out into a forearm plank. And now the foam roller is kind of at mid-thigh for me. Depending on how long your legs are or how long your femurs are, you may have to adjust accordingly. But I want you to take this and treat this like a forearm plank position. So I've got a fist with one hand cupped into my other hand. Shoulders are over my elbows, and I'm actively pressing the floor away to find that long, flat back, just like we did in our quadruped position. My front body is drawing towards my back body, and right now I'm in a bit of a supported forearm plank. It becomes unsupported when I lift the feet up off the mat and begin to roll forward and back. And I want you to feel your quads kind of open up here. We're gonna massage that fascia. You might feel a little tightness. You might be shocked at how tight your quads are. That's all right. And we want to find that core stability, keeping that lift of the center as we roll. And even here, you're activating that push of the forearms away, that activation of your shoulders and upper back. I had to adjust my arms a little bit more forward to get into that roll. You can take this as little or as large as you'd like. Just don't roll over your knees, please, and thank you. Let's be here for a few more moments. I found a little internal rotation of the thigh bones that changes the location. Turn the legs out a little bit. And now from here, we're gonna move into some serratus push-ups. I'm gonna keep my legs on the roller, and I'm gonna keep my feet floating as well. We're gonna find that serratus push-up. Imagining there's a pencil in between your shoulder blades, you're going to lower your chest towards the floor and then separate your shoulder blades. Drop just the chest and lift up. Try this one more time and lift up. Now bring the toes to the mat, lift up off your roller, take 5 serratus push-ups here. And the roller will give you feedback on if everything is sinking towards the mat. You really want to isolate this at your upper body. One more time. Sit back on your heels. Maybe you take a child's pose. Big inhale, big exhale. All right, let's do a little bit more activation. I'm gonna take this roller, I'm gonna change my orientation a little bit. The roller is gonna come onto my shoulder blades, and the sweet spot is a little hard to explain, but I like it kind of right above the tips of my shoulder blades. And why that is because we're gonna do a little rolling of your back. So I'm taking my hands, I'm gonna interlace them, mostly to keep my ponytail from getting caught in the roller. And my feet are in front of me, sits bones width apart. From here, I'm going to squeeze my booty, I'm gonna lift my hips, and I'm gonna start to rock forward and back along this roller. Now, if you feel your hamstrings working here, yup, you will. If this is a little bit of a glute exercise, you'll also feel that as well. Foam rolling is work. You can walk the feet a little further out. Just find a position where you can roll up and down your upper back. Do not roll onto your neck. Now to change it up, fold the elbows towards your face, separate your shoulder blades, and you'll hit a different spot. I like to kind of lean to one side and then go to the other side, just releasing that upper back a little bit. Still engaging my abdominals, finding that back of the leg connection, and just letting the weight of my head be in my hands. Let's take one more rock onto this. And then from here, you're gonna lower your booty. I'm gonna come up to readjust the roller, but if it's right where we need it, go right ahead and just jump right into the next exercise. So from here, right at the base of our shoulder blades, hands are gonna be stacked behind our head, or you can keep them in that basket position. Your feet, once again, are sits bones width apart, and we're gonna go for a little back bend into a Pilates curl. So keeping that engagement, think pubic bone aligned with sternum to start. So we wanna have that long diagonal line here. We don't wanna kind of sink or overarch and kind of give out in the mid-back. We wanna maintain that stack here. So on your next exhale, I want you to lift your chest and kind of drape yourself over the roller. If this is too much of a back bend for you, you can opt out or place a book or a yoga block underneath your head to decrease the back bend. On your next exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Find a little curl position. Take an inhale. Exhale, lengthen back. Big inhale here. Exhale, gather the front ribs, deepen the scoop. Maybe feel like you could pop off of that roller and then lower back down. This next time we're gonna add on. As you curl up, lift that right leg up to tabletop. Try to stay level. And lower everything back down. And then we change to the left. Exhale, lift. And lower back down. And alternate again. And lower. Really work that crease at the hip. Pull the waist in and up. This time we're gonna curl up and hold. Right leg is up. We are lifted in our curl. We add a little extension, a little single leg stretch variation. Reach that leg long. Maybe you lower it, maybe you lift it and pull it back in. And reach it long. Lower, lift, and bring it back in. Maybe it doesn't go to the floor. Totally fine. 2 more times, keeping that scoop. Feeling those tips of the shoulder blades light on the roller last time. Pull it in. We do 5 on the other side. You lengthen, lower lift, and pull it back in. And reach. Try to stay level on your pelvis. The roller will also give you feedback if you're shifting around a little bit. 2 more times. Last time. Place the foot down, drop back into your nice back bend. All right, now we literally add a twist. On your next exhale, head, neck, and shoulders rise. Now from here, your right leg lifts up to tabletop. Rotate armpit to knee and try to lift a little bit up off of that roller with the opposite shoulder blade. and then come back through center, place the leg down. We go to the other side. Press down with that opposite foot. Keep those hips square and center. Let's do 3 more sets. We twist and lower and twist and lower, leading with the rib cage, not the elbow, not the gaze. So we're working those obliques, rotation at the ribs. For 3, for 2, last time. And lower everything down. Maybe you take the arms out to the side. I would have taken them overhead, but I'm gonna knock over my Rilakuma. Let that feel good. Slowly come back up to sit. I'm gonna readjust because it got a little away from me on that last exercise. And we're gonna close the series out with a teaser prep. From here, we're gonna find that back bend once more. You're going to keep the legs bent in to start. You're going to take your arms to the ceiling, and your right leg is gonna reach either to tabletop or long in line with your knee. On your next exhale, curl up all the way up off the roller, reach for the leg. Now keep the leg where it is, roll back down, find the roller, and then take it back. Exhale. Lift off the roller and take it down. Place that foot onto the mat, readjust the roller if you need, and we go straight to the other side. Left leg up, exhale, peel up teaser, work that reach. Ooh, this is my weak side. And lower down. And exhale. Parallel arms to the legs. It helps with that forward trajectory. Now we do 3 with both legs in the air, either tabletop or long to the high diagonal. I'm feeling very spicy today, so we're gonna go high diagonal. So readjust your roller if you need. Legs towards the ceiling, take an inhale, exhale, curl up, reach, hold, and lower back down. Inhale, exhale. Work that chin to chest first. Roll down, final 10. Exhale, roll up and hold. Lower the legs and stretch forward. Holy moly. All right, we're gonna do our roll up using the roller as some feedback. So I've brought the roller to my waist, the space between my ribs and my hips. So I want you to think about not that you're compressing and rounding away from the roller, but almost like you're lifting up and over it. So you're kind of hooking the front ribs over and you're molding your shape to this round shape. So the apex of my forward fold here is at my waist, not from separating the shoulder blades, not from sinking backwards. So I'm almost hooking over. This is taken from a Kathy Grant cue, kind of like you're taking the roller in. So from here, my hands are gonna return to the sides. You're gonna continue to pull your waist away from the roller. Keep the elbows a little bit more narrow. That looked a little wackadoodle-doo. Now from here, we're gonna roll all the way back down. Keep pulling the waist away from your roller all the way to the mat. Now we create that shape as we rise. On your next exhale, you curl up. Pulling the waist away, you peel up bone by bone, and you round forward, molding yourself to the roller. 2 more times like that. And roll up. In Pilates, we talk a lot about being long and round, which doesn't sound like it makes sense. This is where you can work it a little bit more. Now that we've done that, let's remove that and bring it to our ankles. Now 3 roll-ups here. I want you to keep the contact onto the roller. You're going to find a little squeeze in, not from your ankles, but feel how the inner thigh connection can initiate contact onto the roller in front of you. We're gonna work that connection in and then feel like you're gonna reach the roller away from your hands. So there's this constant stretching and lengthening of the legs off of the mat into the beyond. Arms come forward. We're going to round forward. Create that shape that we just found. Now from here, we're going to take it back. Reach that roller away from you as you peel your spine down bone by bone. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll up. Dive forward. Maybe you bring the hands to the roller. Press down on it a little bit, lift up and over. Reach the arms forward, take it all the way down. Try to keep that roller moving as little as possible. Big inhale. Final time, we roll up, exhale. Reach forward. Come all the way up to tall and shake it out. Very nice. Let's move into some bridging. So bridging on the roller is a doozy, but it's a really good way to get into those hamstrings once more. It's going to feel a little similar to when we rolled out our upper back before. So I'm going to place my feet on the apex of the roller. They're going to be sits bones width apart, and then I'm going to slowly work my way down to the mat. Now, you want to find a position where you're not super far away from yourself that you're reaching, but you're not so flexed in that you have this really uncomfortable amount of knee bend. So this is going to look different for each person. My booty is about 4 of my hand lengths away from the roller. So that's where I have found my sweet spot to be. So adjust accordingly and play with this until you find where the right sweet spot is for you. So my arms are down. I want to think of spiraling my arm bones towards the mat. So I have this push with my triceps and my shoulders are down on the mat. We don't want them kind of peeling off towards the sky or shrugging towards the ears. Think wide collarbones. Feel that nice width in the back here. Toes are pointing forward, and we're going to do our articulated bridge. So similar to what we did in roll up. You're going to initiate from the pelvis. You're going to scoop and lift your hips. This also kind of looks like our cat cow. You're going to lift your hips and hold into your bridge. If you feel your hamstrings, you will. If the roller is wiggling, that's the point. So we're really finding that hamstring connection here. I want you to think of lining up your pubic bone and your breastbone so you have a long diagonal line. Big inhale here. Big exhale, melts down. Feel that sternum heavy towards the mat. Bone by bone, you lower down. Take a moment, shake it out if you need. If you get a little cramping happening, that's totally normal. We're just going to do 2 more here. Take an inhale. Exhale, scoop and lift, peel the spine up. Get long through the thigh bones. Feel that wrapping of the inner thighs open. Knees point forward. Big inhale. Big exhale, roll down. One more time like that. Take an inhale. Big exhale, roll up. Stay here or add some rolls of the feet. You pull the roller in a little and out and in and out. For 3, for 2, last time. Hold, roll on down. Woohoo! Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. All right, let's move on to our next exercise. All right, we have made our way back up to a seated position. We're gonna play with layering on rolling out our calves. So what the heck is that? I'm gonna show you. So from here, options here, you can support yourself with your hands. If this is a little tough on the wrists, you can come to the forearms, use fists, or you can find yoga blocks or books to help prop yourself up. I'm just gonna go with my hands today. And I guess I'm going fingers back. That's what my body wants to do. So that's what we're gonna do for now. You're going to lift yourself up. My foam roller is right near the lower third of my calves. And it's there because we're gonna start rolling our calves back and forth. Just like we did with our quads. And I'm a New Yorker, so my calves are locked up all the time because of all the walking I do. And so I really take my calf muscle rolling very seriously. So you can see here I'm kind of rocking forward and back. I'm going to readjust my hands here a little bit to get into different parts of my calf. Maybe I'll cross one leg over the other, get a little bit more weight and compression to release the fascia a little bit more. I'm also getting a little upper body work here and some ab work here because I have to make sure that I'm all stable to be able to free up my legs to do this little relaxing excursion. All right, one more roll through the center. And then let's lower the booty down and rest for a sec. We're gonna play with a couple more movements in this position. I'm gonna bring my legs heels together, toes apart in Pilates stance. And I'm gonna slide a little bit forward to that lower third of the calf. Now from here, I'm gonna start with some tricep dips. So I'm gonna send my fingers to point towards the roller. I'm gonna lift up into that rolling position. And this is a very small tricep dip. You're gonna bend at the elbows, make sure they're pointing back, tap your booty, and then lift them up. And bend and straighten. Let's do 4 more here. Just activating that back, feeling that wrap of that arm bone that we worked in shoulder bridge. Last time, lift up and hold. Let's go for a little tendon stretch. Send your legs forward. And then from here, I want you to scoop out your center. Can you pull your booty behind you and keep it lifting off of the mat? Send the legs forward. And then scoop, push the floor away. Lift. 3 more times. And push away and lift. Oop, I touched. For 2. So a fun little challenge. Scoop and lift. Last time. And go, go, go. Yes, come back through center. Lower down, shake it out. So this is a fun, less suspenseful way to play with your tendon stretch shape that you would do in your advanced reformer or on the one-to chair. So starting here gives you that sense of scoop that you need to really get those legs behind you. All right, let's move on. It's mermaid time. So we're gonna use the roller to help us. I'm sitting in a triangle position and I'm working to get both of my hips not just towards the mat, but also square to whatever I've deemed the front edge of the mat. So from here, I'm just gonna rest my hand kind of casually on the roller and then other arm will come up. So I've got left hand on the roller, right arm up to the ceiling. So from here, I'm going to tip at the waist and I'm just gonna let that arm roll out a little bit and I'm gonna find my mermaid. Now I've got my forearm on the roller here. I'm pressing not just down into it, but I'm almost pulling it in a little bit to me, locking that shoulder blade in. So I can work that lift of my abdominals, closing the front of my ribs to get that length in the side body. Now from here, we come all the way back up. We'll go for our counter stretch. So I grab the outside ankle and I pull myself in, but still working length in both sides. So I'm not collapsing in. There's length in both sides. So that same long, round, arcing position that we were talking about in roll up. Let's take that 2 more times. Hands to the roller, roll it out. You don't want all of your weight to be on your arm. Just a little bit of an assist and a little bit of shoulder and side work to add in with the roller. So you still want to work that center. And then come all the way up. Take your counter stretch. Maybe the elbow bends. You open the chest a little bit more towards the roller. Big inhale, big exhale. Release and shake it out. Let's make a quick excursion to our prone position for Swan. So assuming the face plant position, I've got my legs long behind me. Starting with the legs mat width distance apart would be my recommendation. I'm gonna go a little narrow today because this is workout number 3 for me today, so I'm pretty warm, my back feels good. But if you're not sure, start wide and then work your way in. I'm gonna bring my forearms to the roller, and there's no exact measurement for this. You're just gonna adjust accordingly based on your arm length. And then I'm gonna drop my head, and you might feel a chest opener here. Always added BOGO deals, we love. Thumbs are up, pinkies are down. Take a couple of moments to shrug the shoulders up and down towards your ears. And I want you to find this movement from your back. So those shoulder blades slide up and down, and that's what initiates the movement of the roller. Finding in between those two extremes so that the collarbones are still wide, take an inhale. On your next exhale, lift your head and chest and feel that plugging in of your shoulders. Feel how that pulls the roller into you as you grow longer and lifted, sending that sternum long through your shoulders. Then from here, we slowly lower down and do it 2 more times. Exhale, lift up, send that sternum long, long diagonal spine. And maybe you're not coming as high as me. That's totally fine. And slowly lower down. Did you notice I almost called this a circle? And press and lift up. I work with so many props all day that they all start to get jumbly in my brain. And then slowly lower down. Place one hand to the mat, come up, and we'll take a quick child's pose. Maybe the arms drape over the roller for that added chest opening stretch. One of my favorites to do. Rock a little side to side. You can also bring this roller in, rest the elbows on, interlace the hands, and let your chest fall through to stretch the triceps. Big breaths into your back. Puff out those back ribs. Let the breath stretch you. Another one of my favorites. All right, slowly come up. We change to the other side for Mermaid. So bring your cylinder, circle, foam roller, whatever it's called, to the other side. The amount of times I call the reformer a mat and a chair during my day teaching clients, it's very funny. So from here, we take once again our Mermaid on this side, lifting up and over. Once again, not putting all of the weight of the body into our arm here, but I am working a bit of a side plank feeling here with the shoulder blade down and that bottom rib really lifting away from the floor. Come all the way up. Take an inhale. Arm comes up, Sarah. Try to stay even. And side bend over. Maybe I need more coffee. Come all the way up. It's never enough. One more time. Side bend over. Drop that hip a little bit. Oh, that's so good. Come all the way up. Take your counter stretch. Grab your opposite ankle. Maybe you drape that elbow and open up. Come up to sit. Shake it out. And we're in the grand finale. Let's rock and roll. Alrighty. So we're going to do thigh stretch. So I have the roller in between my legs. And I'm going to use that as not just a little bit of inner thigh work, but also as a way to gauge the tracking of my legs. So thigh stretch is in your intermediate advanced repertoire. It is a bit of a deceiving name because it's not really a stretch. It's definitely a lot of work for the quads. So don't expect this to be a very restorative, relaxing quad stretch. You will work a lot here. If you are not comfortable on your knees or have a knee injury and can't be on your knees, please skip this. So from here, we're going to come up. I'm going to untuck my toes and I'm going to press my shins actively into the mat here. So what can happen with this a lot is that we start to float on the knees. We do not want that. I want you to use this whole bottom part of the leg. Press the mat away, squeeze your glutes, and see how that stacks my ribs over my hips. Think of this similar to Mermaid, where we're sandwiched between two panes of glass. So from here, I'm gonna have you reach your arms forward, squeeze in on your roller. We're going to do a hinge from our knees. So you're gonna scoop your pelvis a little forward, gaze draws down towards your navel as you flat back hinge towards your feet. Now, I'm not gonna go very far. So you can see this line. My butt is squeezing like crazy. My abs are working a lot. Now we hinge all the way back up to that tall position. If this is your first time doing this, keep your hinge small. So from here, you're going to find that same squeeze. Think of your shoulder bridge, how those inner thighs kind of wrap open. Same feeling here as we squeeze the circle, press the shins in, little flat back hinge. My knees can only handle so much and come all the way back up in one piece. Let's try that 2 more times. Squeeze and hinge. And come up. 1 more time. I'll play with going a little lower. And lift. And the nice thing about this, you tuck your toes under and you can sit on your foam roller. We're going to bring this into our quadruped position. So, turning this into a little kind of front support knee stretch scenario, we're back how we started. So from here, toes are going to tuck under. You're still squeezing in on the roller. And what I like about at least my roller, it gets me into my perfect quadruped. So it kind of sets you into place. You're going to continue to squeeze on the circle. I want you to activate that serratus push-up feeling here, to actively push the floor away. I want you to squeeze in on your roller, and you're just going to float the knees, just an inch. Nothing else should change in the body. We're going to hold here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, lower down. We're going to do that 1 more time like that. The thigh bones slide up into you, you lift up and hold. Keeping that long line, lifting waist to back body for 3, 2, and 1, lower down. Okay, we're gonna add on. So from here, 2 floating cat-cows. You're going to lift the knees to hover. From your flat back, round your spine into your cat without changing the distance of the knees to the mat. Come back to your flat back and lower down. Let's try that again. Lift up, round, flat, and lower. We do 3 in a row with the legs hovering. Take a moment, big inhale, stall as long as possible. Exhale, lift up and hold. Here we go. We go 3 and flat. For 2. Last time. Lower the knees, sit back. Holy moly, spicy time. Let's do 1 final move here. I did this one also with the longer foam roller. It's a knee stretch inspired series. So you can take this on the forearms or you can have straight arms. I might alternate between, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to take the roller near my shins, and then from here, I'm gonna lift up into a plank. So I have this long line. So I can already tell once I'm in this plank, it's gotta go a little bit more towards my ankles. So from here, I'm gonna keep this long line. I'm gonna pull my knees in and then stretch them back out. So treating the roller like a slider. Let's do 1 more. And then lower down and rest. All right, so from here, we're gonna play with a single leg version. Option to not do that. It's a little crazy. So from here, you're gonna lift up and hold. You're gonna take the right knee off and then pull in 3, 2, 1. Bring it back onto the roller before you kneel back down. 1 more time to the other side. Lift up and hold. Left leg moves in. You go right for 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot down and rest. Final time. Let's make sure that we're nice and even. You're gonna lift up and hold. And we're gonna do 5 at a slightly faster pace, similar to our knee stretches. Here we go. We go 5 and 4, 3. Just rip the Band-Aid off. 2 and 1. Nice. Come to kneel. Come off of your roller. And you're done. That was your short, spicy, short foam roller. I hope you had fun. And I hope this maybe kind of inspired you to take out the shorter foam roller and play with it a little bit more. If you want to see more videos like this with this, let me know in the comments below. I'm tired. Time for a nap. Stay awesome, and I look forward to moving with you again soon. Bye.